Hello, today in the video I'm going to review with you how to factor using product sum and as well as using the Pythagorean theorem for right triangles. So let's take a look. Factoring using product sum. To factor the trinomial in the form ax squared plus bx plus c, we will work to find a greatest common factor. So let's take a look at the steps. First, we're going to find numbers whose product is a times c. So it's going to be the number in front of the x squared times c. And whose sum is b, which is the number right in front of the x. Rewrite the trinomial with the numbers in place of b. Use the GCF to factor two separate pieces. So we're going to put our factor in two separate pieces, and then we're going to group our greatest common factors to find our answer. So let's take a look at the first problem. 2x squared plus 16x plus 30. So our product is going to be a times c. So it's going to be 2 times positive 30. So positive 2 times a positive 30, we're going to get 60. And our sum is going to be the number in front of the x, so it's going to be a positive 16. So we have to find two numbers whose product is 60 and whose sum is 16. Right off the top of my head, I think of 10 times 6, which is 60. 10 plus 6 is 16. So we're going to go with 10 and 6. So we're going to now rewrite the trinomial with the numbers in place of b. So it's going to be 2x squared plus 10x plus 6x plus 30. We're going to take a look at the 2x squared plus 10x and our 6x plus 30. So we're going to pull out GCFs now. What's in common with 2x squared plus 10x? I see a factor of 2 and a factor of x. So I'm going to go ahead and pull out a 2x. We're going to be left with x plus 5 plus, between 6 and 30 I see a factor of 6, so I'm going to pull out a 6 and we're going to have x plus 5 left. I see a common factor of x plus 5 and x plus 5, so we're going to factor that out. And we're going to get x plus 5 times what we have left, 2x plus 6. So we're going to be left with x times 5 times 2x plus 6. So let's go ahead and check to see if that actually works. X plus 5 times 2x plus 6. We're going to get 2x squared plus 6x plus 10x plus 30. 2x squared plus 16x plus 30. Our answer matches our original question. Alright, so our final answer is going to be x plus 5 times 2x plus 6. Now, to move on to the Pythagorean theorem. So, with right triangles, the Pythagorean theorem comes up a lot. It's pretty much, when you see a right triangle, you're probably going to have to use the Pythagorean. The Pythagorean theorem is a squared plus b squared equals c squared, or leg squared plus leg squared is equal to the hypotenuse squared. So your c is always going to be the hypotenuse, so it's located here in your review sheet. So let's take a look. So we have 6 centimeters and 3 centimeters for each of our legs. So we're going to have 6 squared plus 3 squared is going to be equal to c squared. 6 squared is the same thing as 36. 3 squared is 9. Again, equals c squared. So we're going to have 45 is equal to c squared. How do we get rid of this 2? We're going to take the square root of both sides. So square root of 45 is the same thing as the square root of 9 times the square root of 5. I'm trying to simplify it. Equals c. Square root of 9 is 3 times the square root of 5 is c. Now I simplified my answer. Sometimes the question might not ask you to simplify your answer, in which case you don't have to. Like if it's a multiple choice question, you might want to use your calculator to figure out the exact value if you don't feel like you're comfortable enough to simplify it down, or if you don't remember how to simplify it. Multiple choice, you can use your calculator and hopefully the answers will match. So that's your video for today.